If you know where to look, you can identify when your channel is about to go viral on YouTube, even if you only have 1,000 or even 100 total views on your channel. And no, it's not just how many views you suddenly got one day, it's more nuanced than that. Here are the patterns that after scaling 10 YouTube channels, I've identified that suggest your channel is about to go viral. Let's take a look. As an investment banker, one of the skills we accidentally develop in training is pattern recognition. It's for this reason that I've identified the following patterns which show how your viewer sources change over the beginnings of launching a new channel and what signifies a potential explosion in growth, if you play your cards right. But we don't want to just spot those patterns, we want to actually force the YouTube algorithm to create them. That all sounds a bit abstract, so let's look at some real examples. When you start posting videos initially, YouTube doesn't know who your target audience is, so its best way of guessing is by analyzing the audio in the video plus your title and comparing that to existing videos. If you map your dialogue and titling really closely to an existing popular video, then this works really effectively, and YouTube will put you specifically in the suggested videos column on an existing video on another channel it thinks your video is similar to. It does this because it's the safest way for YouTube to keep viewers on the platform, because it has proof of concepts that the viewers already like that style of video, and if they watch one, they'll probably watch another that's similar. This is less risky for YouTube than immediately putting it on the homepage for someone when that person is not currently consuming that type of content and is faced with many video topic choices on the homepage. So, if your video performs well on the suggested section, which is the green line on this chart that you're looking at, YouTube gets excited and thinks, okay, let's start pushing this on the homepage. These homepage or browse feature viewers are the blue line on this chart. Because those viewers responded well to the initial push by YouTube, you can see the blue line break away upwards from the green line here. This is pattern 1. Here's another example from one of my new channels. If you start to see your browse features line breaking away from the suggested videos and other viewer sources, it's evidence that YouTube thinks the initial views you got were of good quality, and it's going to risk that by pushing it to a larger audience on their homepage. This is a massive indicator that your channel is about to blow up, assuming once you start getting browse feature views, your key metrics hold up. Here's the second pattern. When most people start on YouTube, they focus on keywords because they've seen dozens of videos talking about the importance of YouTube SEO. Because of this, if you niche down a lot and have good SEO, your initial viewer source will likely be from YouTube search. However, ranking highly in search is simply not important unless you are specifically making educational videos, since most viewers accept the content that's pushed on their homepage or through their subscription feed. They don't use the search bar. And even in the educational content, YouTube search views will not give you the large audience that you're looking for. Therefore, in order for your channel to realize its full potential, you need to see a shift in viewership from YouTube search into suggested videos and browse features. If you see this pattern emerging, where suggested and browse features start to cross over the YouTube search threshold, this is your sign that YouTube is testing your channel on a wider audience, not just the people who are specifically searching for the terms that you put in the title. Therefore, you are on the cusp of high growth. When one of your videos blows up in popularity, it does not necessarily mean your channel is going to go viral, because there's a reasonable probability that that video is distinctly different to the other videos on your channel and won't translate to more viewership, because if it was the same, the other videos would likely already be performing better. The best case scenario would be once a video goes viral on your channel, the rest of your YouTube video catalog accumulates loads of extra impressions. This typically happens 2 to 3 days after your first video blows up. But to make sure that happens, you need to take a few actions. Firstly, go to your viral video and change your end screen to the most relevant other video on your channel. Or if you're feeling really confident, change it to a playlist of similar videos so the viewer automatically watches multiple of your other videos. Then add a link at the top of your description to one of your YouTube playlists and pin a comment below linking your latest video. Next, to increase your video catalog's familiarity with the viewer, align your other videos' thumbnail styles with the style of your viral video. Yes, this might mean making dozens of new thumbnails, but it's worth it because you need viewers to instantly recognize your videos. But only do this for videos that have a poor CTR because we want to maintain good analytics where possible. Thirdly, scramble to make some new videos which are similar to the viral video. Not the same, but similar. Similar means you use the same video structure and the same style of hook. This helps with the viewer's familiarity of the content, making it easier for them to consume. But more importantly, it tells YouTube the video is similar because the words you use in the intro heavily influence how YouTube categorizes your video. 4. If your channel is educational or tutorial focused, it may help to use similar keywords in your titles as another indicator to YouTube that your videos are similar to your viral video. A rising tide lifts all boats. Sometimes YouTube channels blow up not because of anything the specific YouTuber did, but because the overall interest in the topics their channel covers has had a surge in popularity. But that sounds like pure luck, so how can you as an aspiring YouTuber create the right conditions for this to happen? Well, When you're deciding what videos to post on early in your channel's life, a good idea is to overlap your interest with a topic that is accumulating overall interest. You can establish whether a topic is growing in popularity with these tools. Firstly, Google Trends, which gives you a surface-level impression about how many people have heard about a topic, enough to learn to Google at least one fact. But that's not enough on its own, because it could just be a sudden surge and spike in curiosity, for example Hawk Tour. So to bolster your understanding of whether this is a real long-term interest in this topic, you want to go to redstats.com. This website tracks growth rates of different subreddits. Now be prepared to encounter some spicy name subreddits because there's no NSFW filter on this website. Anyway, if you see strong growth on the subreddit relating to this topic that you're searching and interested in making videos in, that proves people have a deeper interest in the topic and are willing to discuss or watch content on it. Therefore, this would be a good topic area for you to start posting videos on, as you will organically get more views as interest in the topic develops. When your channel is new and you see a really low click-through rate and questionable average view duration, it's easy to get discouraged, but it's likely you don't have enough viewer data yet to reliably use those indicators as a gauge of your video quality. So instead, I suggest you look at the comments section. Whilst you may not have many comments yet, the overall sentiment of those comments can tell you a lot about your video. If your comments look like these examples, which I've taken from a channel I started a couple of months back, you must be doing something right. The YouTube algorithm looks at your engagement metrics not just because it suggests that viewers will stay on YouTube for a longer time period than someone who does not comment, but because the comment itself can be used to determine whether the video is good or not. So YouTube knows whether to promote it to more people or not. Once you start getting into the hundreds of views per video territory, your YouTube analytics start to become more reliable since you have more data points to draw conclusions from. To determine if your channel is close to going viral, you should look at these three key metrics. Average view duration. The longer a viewer stays on your video, the more ads that can play and therefore the more money YouTube can make. However, YouTube assesses the quality of this view length in the context of another metric, average percentage viewed, because this metric shows how much you're enjoying the video and how likely you are to stay on YouTube. YouTube puts videos into different buckets based on the video length, and this is approximately what that looks like. This means, depending on which video length you have decided to go for on your videos, you have to hit a different level of average percentage viewed in order to take off in the algorithm. If you're achieving those metrics for your video length bucket, YouTube also considers things like CTR, which is not as important as APV, but still relevant. If you hit the required ceiling for both of these metrics, this is a green flag that your channel is on the brink of going viral. However, it does not guarantee your channel will blow up. If you see really strong metrics on your last few videos but are confused why your videos are still getting really low views, there could be a couple of things happening here. Firstly, it could be that YouTube doesn't actually understand the audience that you're targeting. This is really common if your titles and intros are very random and abstract. You're not doing anything wrong, it's just going to take more time for YouTube to figure out what your content is and what audience to push it to. 2. You have niched down an extreme amount to a very small audience base without wide appeal, in which case you should accept your fate as a small YouTuber views-wise, and look to build a strong audience connection and compensate for the lack of views with a more premium product offering with better conversion rates. Thirdly, sometimes your viewer source data is heavily skewed towards YouTube search, suggesting your videos are educational in nature. In this scenario, likely you're just waiting for pattern 2 to occur that I described earlier. Does going viral on Instagram or TikTok translate to YouTube fame? Well, if you've gone viral on another platform, in one way or another, most content can be adapted cross-platform, and if this has happened on TikTok or Instagram or even Reddit, there's likely a place for it on YouTube. If your TikTok or Instagram format fits YouTube really well, there's no harm in encouraging viewers to switch platforms, since YouTube has a higher value per viewer. However, if your content format changes between platforms, cross-promoting them can do more harm than good, because the consumption patterns of your viewers might actually differ on each platform. I hope you found this video helpful. Good luck!